Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is Blackened X Willet. This is a 54.8% ABV, no wage statement blend of rye whiskeys coming from Willet. Now, I am a huge fan of what Blackened is. Even though it is a celebrity brand coming from Metallica, I have to say that some of their options are amazing. Their standard is just a great example of how a celebrity can do a good brand. And their cask strength is so good as well. And I'll link those up above and down below when they're live. Now, this is actually part of their Masters series, which makes me feel like they might be coming out with some others and working with other distilleries as time goes on. They worked with Willet to source two different rye blends, one being a higher rye and one being a lower rye. And then they married them together in Madeira casks, a type of wine. Then they do their Black Noise, where they play Metallica songs during its marrying process in those barrels for up to 14 weeks. Now, they tell us on the website one of the blends is up to 8 years old, and it kind of averages out to be about a 6.5-year-old blend to it. Not technically an age statement on here, but kind of an interesting thing to go about. But we're going to be trying this one two different ways. First way, neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add a drop of water, see what changes up. Again, I'm a huge fan of Blackened. I've really loved both of their bottles, and I try to keep them around so I can introduce more people to them because they are just beautiful. Okay. Take a look at that. That is super, super dark. Super dark. Love it. Little dark golden color going on there. Let's go for notes. Ooh. First one of the day. That higher proof is already very, very pronounced. You can definitely tell the Madeira cask in this one. And it's rye. So you're getting this spicy quality to it. But also this almost fruit note going on too. Like a raspberry kind of quality to it, but the beautiful rye spice going in there with it too. It's a beautiful, beautiful rye. Get like that good old cinnamon, nutmeg, clove kind of going on for the spice quality. ABV does show up a little bit, but it's not an offensive ABV. It's like, oh, this has got some heft to it. A little bit of oak in there as well. Not super pungent in that side either, though. Let's go for taste. I'm going to let myself acclimate to the higher proof. But I'm already in love. Oh, that's so good. Oh, man. Oh, that spice. The amount of spice that's in here is unlike anything else. The higher proof gives you that bit of warming going on. It's like Christmas spices. You get that beautiful clove. Almost a tobacco note in there as well. But it's like almost like a chocolate covered raspberry quality to it. It's sweet, a little savory going on there with those spices kind of mixing out in a bit. The rye spice is gorgeous in this. Beautiful mouthfeel to it as well. And it just rides on, the finish on this one. It's beautifully long. It's still there. Get these beautiful spices going on. But that bit of that fruit quality in there. Again, I'm kind of more leaning into like a chocolate covered raspberry. Yeah. It's very delicate. And it just keeps changing its spices. You're getting this little bit of oak, that bit of dark chocolate, almost like a dark, rich chocolate sweetness. Beautiful spice notes. That little bit of oak is still there. And it just rides out with that dark chocolate finish with those spices in there. Definitely rye spice for days, but you're getting that clove and that cinnamon in there. It's just so delicate. But in other things, there's just so pronounced flavors. And I just love its mouthfeel. It's not as high as the cask strength. I think that one was 58, if I remember right. So it's a little bit less than the cask strength version. But just the warming effect from it is just enough. And it all just incorporates it so well. It's so good. That is really damn good. Okay, let's try some with a little bit of water. Cork, it fits in there tight. Wow. I'll probably also be doing some A/B comparisons with some of their other bottles as well. Being that this really is, it's kind of an interesting thing since they're sourcing it and doing their process to it. I don't know how much comparisons I'll be doing with it towards others, but it's definitely an interesting thought bringing in other distilleries to marry them together with Metallica's music. I'll give them credit for that. Let's go for notes. Woo. Oh yeah, it lost a lot of that character. That spice character is kind of gone. But the ABV is very aggressive on the nose. You're still getting a bit of that rye spice in there, a bit of that dark chocolate in there as well, but you're not getting a lot of other things going on. That ABV is really pronounced and really covering up a lot of your notes. Maybe a little bit of oak in there too, but the ABV is very pungent. Let's go for taste. Ooh. It went very different. That went very different. I don't know what I think about that. You get the rye spice going on. You get that bit of dark chocolate in there. The fruit note, it goes more standard fruit now. Not really that raspberry quality I was getting prior. It teeters on the point of metallic, ironically. Still get a bit of that warming mouthfeel, but there's almost... It teeters on metallic and slightly going sour fruit. And that's probably from the Madeira cask, obviously. The spices are still showing up a bit, but not quite as pronounced. The overall mouthfeel's kind of been pulled away, and that tends to happen. That's not uncommon. The overall, it's okay, but it's lost a lot of that beautiful character. And I was expecting that and kind of preparing myself for it. It just goes a little too strange for me on the taste with a little bit of water. It's still not bad, but after you have it neat, and then you go to here, you're missing out on all those beautiful flavors that this created. So yeah. All right, let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's going to vary. Especially a bottle like this. This is a limited batch. We don't know how many they did. I paid $125 for it. And that was through flavyard.com, and I'm looking at their website right now. It's now up to $210. I've seen some websites list this for $300. I've never seen it as low as I bought it for. And that's why I bought it. I was keeping such a close eye on it that I wanted to get it, but I could not justify spending $200 on it. And then it dropped to like $170. I was like, ooh, okay. Then it dropped to like $150, and then it dropped down to $125, and I snatched it up that day. And since then, I've seen it bounce back up to about $140s, $150s, and now currently it's at $210. I don't think it's worth $210. And even at the $125, I think it's a little bit pushing there. Using Willet, and that's where they're getting their price at. The Willet name is going to carry this. If you like Willet's rye and you want to see a different example of what they can do with it, this is it. Would I pay $100 for it? Yeah, I think I'd pay $100 for this, no problem. 125, I won't buy it again for 125, but at $100, I'd probably keep it around. Especially being that I have loved everything they've done so far. And I really hope that they keep up the Master Series and do a few more different distillery options. I would love to see some more interesting bottles come out for that. So yeah, there you have it. Blackened X Willet. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. I'm always on the hunt for something new and exciting to try. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I even like it might